we're actually going to do some exploring outside of London. We're currently at Victoria Station, which is one of the biggest train stations in London, and it's serving all the trains going south. And we're going to hop on a train to Leatherhead, which is a tiny little place in the Surrey Hills area. Surrey Hills area is kind of like a national park, really. So we're going to go and do some hiking, some walking, some exploring, and just get out of the city for a day. Taking the train to the Surrey Hills area is really easy and probably the best way to do it. There are trains from Victoria or Clapham Junction about every half hour, and it only costs like £8 return.
Welcome aboard the Southern service to Dorking. The next station is Leatherhead.
Leave the station via the exit on platform 2, the back exit which leads to the station car park. Yes, looks about right. Follow the access road down the hill. Okay. At the junction with the main road, cross over using the Pelican crossing and take the tarmac path ahead into the park, passing the long stay car park on the left. Let's see if we can find that. Did it! We made it exactly 3 minutes from the train station before we had to stop, because there was this playground where you could do the... Where are squirrels? Oh yeah, there's squirrels, loads of them. There was a thing where you could hang and like go from one to the next, and we're training for that at the gym, so we had to try that, and I actually managed to do it, so that's already been a success for today. They're amazing fresh blackberries. They're so sweet. My god, they're really, really good. Get some more. So until now, it was all fun and games, but now it's getting really steep and it's quite exhausting. By the way, we got all our directions from the Surrey Hills website, and actually if you go on there, and this track is called the Mole Gap Trail, if you go on the Surrey Hills website, then you find a massive description of exactly where you want to go. And actually we found an even better one. It's a website that is called alltrails.com, and there you can see like step by step where you have to go and what you have to do. So for example, now it said fork right onto the grass path which leads you uphill. So that's literally what we just did. The path will lead you to a crossroads with a surface track marked with a finger post. Here is the surface track and there's the post. So it's really quite easy. And then it says go straight ahead on the path which leads you downhill through the woods. So let's see if we find the path. Picnic area. We're about halfway through. It's about an hour and a half since we started, and it doesn't feel like that long really. It was just a nice little walk. So we just had some lunch, and now we're just relaxing a bit. There's some sheep behind us, there's some cows over there, so we're right in the middle of the countryside, which is so lovely, and which was obviously the reason for us to come here. Because living in London is great, don't get me wrong. I always say there's nothing you can't do in London. Everything exists in London, pretty much. You have all the amazing galleries, all the artsy things, all the restaurants. There is endless opportunities for everything. For me, it's sometimes a bit overwhelming, and there's so many people there. London is literally, I think it's like 15 times bigger than Leipzig, where I came from, which if you have seen my previous video, you would have known that is a lovely city and you've got everything you need there, but it's not that big. So being in London with all the people, all the rushing around, the masses of people on the tube, and you're just never on your own, you never have breathing space. So I find it so nice to get out every now and then and just experience some nature and, you know, ground yourself a bit and just have a bit of rest. An active rest, but just get away from everything for a bit. Hi, oh, don't run away. What?
Was the sheep?
Do it again!
No! Was the sheep?
It wasn't the sheep, it was you. How's the train?
It's fine.
What was your favourite bit?
Lunch break.
The lunch break, right? I mean, that's why we came here, right? Did you prefer the cow or the sheep?
The cow.
Why?
More active, more talkative.
More talkative. What did they tell you?
Can't tell you.
Why?
It's a secret between me and the cow.
This is already the second vineyard we've come across on this trek. And I mean, who would have thought there is actually wine in England? I mean, it does rain a lot, but there isn't a lot of sun. So I'm quite surprised that there is something like this right here and like within an hour of London. It's amazing, it looks so cool. I wonder what they taste like. They're perfect! They're really nice. really, really sweet. I guess, I mean, we're in the end of September, so I think they're gonna harvest them soon. I think we're nearly there now. Following to our little description, it should not be far at all now. And then we reach the little town of Dorking, which is the end of our trail, where we can take the train back to London. So I must say I've been really impressed with the directions and with the whole description on the website. It's been so accurate. Literally every little bend, every little corner was described exactly on the directions. So that was perfect. We got lost once for a little while, but even then, because you have all these little silver arrows on the path and on little gates or on trees, it's really easy to find. Even if for a minute you can't exactly follow the directions, you still know that you're on the right path. So even if you have no sense of orientation whatsoever, you can definitely do this trail and go and explore a bit your surroundings. we finished our walk. We have arrived in Dorking, which is the end of the trail, and we've now come to the King's Arms, which is this amazing old pub just on the high street in Dorking. And now we're just going to have some drinks and have some food and relax a bit. It has been quite, not too bad, but long enough of a walk. We've walked for pretty much just under 3.5 hours, but we did have a lunch break, of course. And we have come to the city centre of Dorking, which you don't actually have to do. You could go straight to the train station. I've made just under 18,000 steps today and walked over 12 kilometers, so it is quite a good Sunday walk, I would say. It's not too hard. You don't really need to have any certain degree of fitness or anything. Everyone can do it really, and it's just a nice day out. It wasn't too hilly. If you're next in the area, just come around and have a little walk, a little wander around. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and to subscribe to my channel. And then I'll see you next time. Bye. Cheers.
Yeah.